this brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's wild card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for James Conner. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Conner. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Finds his running back, James Conner. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Conner. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Stafford. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Conner. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, rolling to his right. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. An option handoff given to Conner. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And 10 yards to go. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the 50 at Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is taken at the 18. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Eagles drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 41, Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On first down, it's Samuels. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stafford now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Touchdown, Jaguars! Devin Duvernay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. That'll make this a 3-score. Moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Rodgers to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down.
Open man is Duvernay.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jalen Samuels, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers on the return.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like. Now, score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
They're going to run it with Harris. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Connor running right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he won't get much.
maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Isaiah Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Right back to Claypool, this time complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Christian Kirk there to make the grab.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here's Burrow.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Defensively here.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Stafford. Out to his left. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Still going. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. To throw, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now the focus is really